You know, one of the things I used to do really bad, and it's one of the funnier things about me is that I actually really, if you know me, I only talk up or excited whenever I'm like there's energy invested into a situation. But my normal talking tone is really quiet. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people think I talk too low. Used to make the videos and I could listen to them, and sometimes I'd have to come home and listen to it on the laptop so that way I could hear it because my voice would just get low and I understood it right on because I don't talk loud. Like I really don't. I only talk up because people used to always beg me to talk up when I was a kid, so habitually I forced myself to speak up. However, as an adult, uh, when I'm by myself pondering thoughts, thinking out loud, or with other people sometimes I don't speak loud enough for them to hear me, and then I will go back into the trained mode of mind to just project my voice and myself. But as I sat here and I said I'm going to make this video where I just want to show you guys, how incomplete my understanding was from the very beginning till now, and it's like watching a little baby. That's what I compared myself to. I said, yeah, you were like a little baby, and now I went to like from being like a baby to a child, and then I'm almost in like the adolescent, full blown adolescent age, of it all, 13, 14-year old age of it, right? Like a real teenager. And I'm waiting for the young adulthood and then the full adulthood stages to come. And those will be, and obviously times to come, in the latter days. So, but I would only pray that the Most High would give me, what it is that's necessary to give to the other people. And what I think that I'm able to give to the people is a true, tangible effort to fight against what is normally propagated as fact. True, absolute fact. Indistinguishable from life itself. And I'll give you an example. So a conversation said the other day being spoke about, and it was totally amazing because one person had the audacity to say that I don't believe in the Bible or anything. I only believe in one race, the human race. And then I say, okay, well, that's crazy because I told him to get away from me because the person who came with the genetics was an Augustinian monk, that you would call a Bible thumper in some ways. So I thought it was weird that the person would relegate what they understood as genetics out of the Bible, yet it comes from the Bible. The complete understanding of it. The word gene comes from Genesis. It's disgusting. However, I just had to say this. I had to get it off my chest. I would hope that people really do take this stuff serious. If they just research the actual subjects that I'm talking about, look into the actual genetic stuff, look into the DNA stuff, okay? Heterozygosity, homozygosity, homozygosity, dizygosity, monozygosity, right on? I'm pretty sure there are way different form. I'm sure there's ways to complicate the stuff even more, you know? The days of Noah were people doing gene splicing and things like that. It was at the highest levels. I've said this before. I can't prove it. If Noah was who he was, Noah, I really do believe he was an Atlantean. He had to have been of a race of some sort of people, and to have built a submarine, what they called an ark, but to have built a submarine is amazing. I can't prove that Noah was a true Atlantean, but something closer to that nature than what you think a normal human. These people were dealing with the highest levels of technology. Even if it tells you that it's built out of wood, my friends, that may have been the only resource available to do it with, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't a highly technological craft. However, the human mind is feeble, and it believes what it wants to believe. But I leave on this note. It took a prophet to ask the Most High to open up the eyes of his servant so that way he may see what was truly happening. And when the young man's eyes were opened, behold, he saw chariots of fire. So everything that you see is not as it is. And maybe if you looked a little bit closer, you would actually understand that you are much, much more near your enemy than you are away.